Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is for Virgos for May. So if your sun, moon, ascendant or your strongest planet is in Virgo, then there might be something for you to listen to. We start with the overarching energy for your month, and this is about assessing the situation. So I was thinking of going with one that is what is and what can be stopped and what can be done. So let's start with the situation. What is? Hoppa. Okay. Self-realization. That is the situation, Virgo. And it talks about, don't sacrifice yourself for someone else and don't self-sabotage. Put yourself first. You are your own priority. Hmm. Hmm. And it says that plant of the dragon arum symbolizes inner power. So, yeah, you need to assess the situation because you might be in a situation where you don't feel like you are in power when somebody or something doesn't empower you, so that you now need to stand up, step up, walk up to that hill and empower yourself. And you can do it easily when you really find your own self, because if someone can do it, then it's you. So let's see, what do you need to let go in order to do that? Let's see of the let go cards. What does Virgo need to let go in May? Is there anything? Oops, now it turned and jumped back. Oh. Okay, gotcha. Okay, two things came out. Find a place of quiet solitude and listen to the goddess of the moon. Is she calling for more love? Sip in air without rushing towards the future. The present is worth enjoying, especially if you are on the top of your own mountain. So, it's funny because these are the let go cards, but it seems that this time for you is not about letting go. This time is kind of after that, or just not connected to that simply because it's about building. It's about self realization, realizing things and getting into the knowledge. And also, it's a kind of harvest time as well. So, all that energy you have put into yourself already now is ready to flourish. Let's see what happiness is coming in May for Virgo. What does the creative card tell to Leos? It seems like they don't want to tell anything. Okay, let's try one more time. Oops, one. Okay. Oh, wow. That's funny. After all that mixing, the same card came out that was for Leos, I think. To apply your gifts to life, working hard on your own cause so you experience contentment. And that's where it comes to the picture, for example. So when you are watching videos like a Virgo, it's very important to understand that your sun and your Mercury is like who you are and what is your way of thinking. So it might be that your sun is in Virgo, but your way of thinking is in Leo. Hence, it might be worth to check out the Leo video as well, because that's where the connection is in between the cards. So, yes, this is the time of application of, working hard on your own course so you experience contentment. That's exactly the same. Imagine how hard it's going up and then experience that joy. So, it's just repeating that. But what we want, then we ask this card, what can Virgo do so that he or she gets there faster, more efficiently, especially because Virgos love being efficiently, more logically, more structured. What can Virgo do or be? How can he exist and be? Finally. Okay, they are stick together, but there's two. One is rekindle, and it talks about rekindling burnt out relationships by igniting them with more love. And then creative expression, connect to your inner child, and allow yourself to play and create. Yes, absolutely. Creation is always the way to find yourself and get closer to who you truly are inside. That rekindling, though, is very interesting. That was another reading. I don't remember, but there was someone who is also losing this love. So you might be in a relationship where you need to rekindle the burnt out relationship and get something. Okay, by igniting them with more love. Okay, I asked another one actually. Oh, and then what will happen if you rekindle that relationship and you get that? The yang energy came out. So if you rekindle that relationship, you will fill yourself up with more yang energy. It might mean that you have been really, really working hard and being in your yin energy, in your masculine energy, in that how made it all possible, so that you built it, you achieve it, you all that. But you might need a balance. So probably in May, if you can rekindle some relationships, then you can get your yang energy back and you can be more receiving and more in balance overall. Okay, let's see this love cards now that it's getting towards love. Oh, I didn't even turn and it's already jumping out. Fan the flames. So here you go. You rekindle and doing what it takes to keep the passion alive. What else? Let's see. Okay, flying high, men's souls stay strong. So probably if you rekindle, you will feel it immediately. And you can have an intense affair with the same person, or I wouldn't call it as like an affair outside of the relationship, but even inside, being more infatuated with that person. And then the men's souls came next, which is talking about love with purpose, heal with compassion. So maybe this rekindling, it's a healing for you and for both of you. And maybe it's time for you to initiate it. Sometimes it can be very hard. I feel like the resistance, and oh, maybe that's why the stay strong card came out. So that you don't feel like, oh my God, I'm going all soft and I'm sacrificing myself or anything. Virgos do love being in service of others, but when you are burnt out, it's so hard to step back into it because everything feels like a heavier burden, a heavier service. But first, you strengthen yourself, and when you have enough to give, then you start giving. And that's when the soul mending will happen. And you can love with purpose. So have a think about, before you rekindle that relationship, I would recommend to have a think about what's the purpose of your love, of your relationship. And that forgiveness is very important. Can you forgive? Can you forgive to yourself? And can you renew the whole thing? Because jumping back into the same old, it's not helping. It's about renewal. It's about a new approach. It's about that empathy. Let's check. Did you have empathy enough for that partner? Did your partner had enough, empathy towards you? So yeah, it's a very interesting dynamics, let's say, where you really want to rekindle, and that's the message that's the best you could do. But it feels like you need some self-protection and staying strong, and it is about fighting for love, but choose your battles wisely. So it's not about the whole relationship, whether it's a yes or no, yeah, let's go on, but it's about every little battle. Do I need this battle? No, put it down. Do I need this? Yeah, I will fight for this one. So it's about all these decisions. It seems like in May you will be really on on your toes and trying to balance out the dynamics. But let's see what's going on work-wise. What is in it for Virgos for this month? One. I would like 2 more at least, please. Oops, yes. Okay, so the first one was the many choices. Look at all your options. And then the shedding, reducing losses, elimination, and completing a new metamorphosis. Okay, and then savings. So it's more financial than career, but it's about all the options you have because you will have opportunities in May. That's for sure. But what it says that even if you are in a dilemma, all roads lead to Rome. So this is when sometimes we overthink everything, and if we just listen to the heart, we will end up at the same place. So what if you just did that in the first place? And then shedding. So it's about reducing losses, elimination, and completing a new metamorphosis means, again, the same as here. So in relationship, you need to renew, as well as in career or work, you need to change your approach. It's more like, when people say, don't go on a diet, change your lifestyle. So May is calling you out in a very, in a subtle way, actually. It's a very subtle, it's a very, in this self-realization focused, but it's not like selfish, but it's very self-focused intentionally so that you can decide what's best for you. But savings are always important for the future, and this month calls you out, not surprising. In Taurus's month, it says that you always need to put something off for a bad day. So it's about kind of vigilance, money wise as well. She's very good, and very soothing. Virgos, like it relaxes you if you know that you are safe. Okay, one more message I would like from this one. What overarching message we can get from the universe for Virgo? Something that is helpful. You would like helpful. Virgos like useful and helpful things. Give me something that Virgo can use. This month. Let's see. Oh my God. 3 jumped out, and it starts with gratitude, which again can be a common theme because it already came out for someone. And then it's very similar. Look at the image, it's limitless. So for me, it tells the more gratitude you have for what you've got already, the more opportunities will come up and you will be limitless in your choices. And there is also the surrender. So I guess that is, especially because it's very feminine energy, it goes back to that yang energy of surrendering to that flow, to surrender to that love and rekindling things. And it's kind of surrendering to yourself. Now that you have achieved this self-realization, this is part of it. This feels like the yin yang part. So one is the building, one is the achievement, and then the other one is the surrendering and immersing yourself so that you can be fully who you are and live with this. If you have those limitless options, then choose wisely and it will be just all good, all perfect. So I wish you a very good May, and regardless of all the details that you will need to deal with, it seems like very positive, very successful, and very immersive. Have fun, Virgo, and see you next time. Bye.